Good morning, Hornets, and welcome to your daily dose of Bgsn. I'm Alyssa.
Today we're going to take a look at the boys volleyball team and see how the baseball team needs a new coach.
But first, here's Emily with the weather.
Thanks, guys. The weather is looking rather cold. Let's take a look outside. The sidewalks coming up to school are icy, and the roads are still a little icy. Our crew are working outside, working hard, and putting salt down. But be mindful when you go out to lunch or leave after school. Let's take a look at what we can expect today and later this week. So today has a high of 13 and a low of 6 with a 30% chance of sleet and snow showers with a high of just 13 and a low of 6 degrees. We will be in single digits all day until 2 p.m. and slowly rise all day. Tomorrow will be cloudy with the sun peeking through at times with a high of 22 and a low of 13. And on Thursday, it would get a little warmer with sun showing but a high of only 31. And still a low of 15 degrees. Friday, the high is expected to be 38 with a low of 30. That's all for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Today we had our second 2-hour delay this month as well as we all know. If it gets too cold, the school has to call for a delay. Ms. Mara commented on how the delays affect those students who go to C9.
I think, well, as far as like our C9 kids, they don't go to C9. They kind of miss their morning classes there and then just pick up their afternoon routine. It does shorten the classes by a few minutes too. And I think, like I said, just getting kids kind of out of their routine and not being on that normal schedule sometimes kind of just messes, you know, with things too. So I just think it's nice to be on that consistent schedule.
As a reminder, due to the fact that school was canceled on Friday, January 12th, our snow makeup day will be on President's Day, which is Monday, February 19th.
On January 13th, the Hawaiian citizens received an alert that said there was a ballistic missile threat and that you should immediately take shelter. The alert was a mistake when trying to do a drill for the Hawaiian Emergency Management Agency. They mistakenly clicked the wrong button, instantly alarming cell phones around the state. Since the incident, they have added an alert that will instantly tell the citizens of the mistake since they didn't have one at the time. They have also moved the worker to a different department and they have stated that they will not fire them. By 2025, McDonald's is hoping to have all of their guest packaging 100% renewable, recycled, or certified sources. They are hoping to have recycled cans at every single one of their McDonald's establishments. As of last year, McDonald's used 50% of their guest packaging from renewable or recycled sources.
Now let's toss to the mouth of sports.
Thank you, John. We start with the NFL playoff news. On Saturday, the New England Patriots beat the Tennessee Titans 35-14. The Titans scored first, but not again until the fourth quarter, while New England kept the pressure up all game. Then the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Atlanta Falcons 15-10. The game came down to Eagles defense stopping Matt Ryan's offense on 4th and goal. This is the first NFC Championship game berth for the Eagles since 2008. On Sunday, the Jacksonville Jaguars traveled to Pittsburgh for a game against the Steelers. Blake Bortles silenced critics by leading an effective offense to scoring 45 points. Pittsburgh almost had enough for a win, but a questionable onside kick called from head coach Mike Tomlin preventing them from coming back. In the final division round game, the Minnesota Vikings beat the New Orleans Saints in a thriller. The Vikings dominated for most of the game, but Drew Brees looked poised to mount one of his classic comebacks in the final 2 minutes. However, after kicking a field goal, the Vikings had one more chance to score, and that's exactly what they did. Case Keenum threw for a 61 yards pass with 9 seconds left to Stephon Diggs for a game-winning touchdown. The Vikings will be on the NFC Championship game against the Eagles on Sunday. Beech Grove had a meet Thursday against Greenwood Community. They won 119-61. In the 200-yard medley relay, Chase Williams, Trent Eckstein, and Andrew Galvez all came first. Other first-place finishers were Drew Boyce and Shamar Gentle in the freestyles. Logan Boyce and Jack Olery both placed first in the 500-yard freestyle and the 100. Kevin Kinder got first in diving, and Andrew Galvez got first in the butterfly also. An all-out great performance. Now here's Alyssa with a story on boys volleyball.
For the second year in a row, Beech Grove is finally offering a boys volleyball team. I got with Beech Grove volleyball player Nathan Beauregard to tell us a little more about the team.
It's only our second year as a program, so a lot of us are still really kind of getting adapted to it. You know, there's no judgment here. You know, a lot of people, this is only like their second year doing it. A lot of people even their first, so you know, I'm not really judging anybody.
Okay. He also raves on about how well his team is together.
volleyball is, you know, kind of intense as a sport anyways. And the coaches are really nice. Larison is a gym teacher at the South Grove. He's pretty fun. But yeah, we all get along pretty well. We joke around all the time, but we get stuff done.
As of right now, there are no actual practices going on with the team, but there are many opportunities that boys can take.
We're actually only doing open gyms Tuesdays and Thursdays, 3:45 to 5:15. But after a couple of weeks and we get some people in and we see what the team's going to be looking like, it's going to be an everyday thing.
We hope that many boys take this opportunity to play. From BGSN, I'm Melissa Walsh. Back to you guys.
Now here's Tiana on baseball.
First off, my last day will be Thursday, January 11th. From my standpoint, very tough decision. Met a lot of great people here from the beginning, and then the students that have come in the last couple years have been great. So that's going to be the toughest thing, I think, is leaving, you know, all the teachers that you meet and build relationships with, and then the students as well. So it's one of those things that just kind of happened. It all happened within about a three-day span. So a good situation for me, and I just thought, you know, this is my 6th year here, and the only place that I've taught since I've been out of college, so I was kind of ready to make a move.
Not only are teachers and students devastated by this decision, but the many student athletes who has had him as a coach are as well.
I got really close with him because I was the manager. I'm essentially like an assistant coach. I'd have to, you know, do stuff with the jerseys, and it would be like just me and Parika would tell me what to do, and he taught me how to, you know, do book correctly and stuff.
That was definitely the hardest part. I think I set a meeting up with the guys the morning that we got back from Christmas break. That was very, very tough telling them because you spend so much time with them. They look to you kind of as a leader and the guy who's going to, you know, lead practices.
And it's going to be really, you know, it's going to feel weird because this is my third, every junior, it's their third baseball coach in 3 years. And we're definitely going to miss him because Parika brought a lot to the team. He brought an energy. He brought, I mean, it was just, he made it fun, I think, personally. But it's going to be weird to have a new coach again, but hopefully the baseball team gets something good going, and hopefully Parika does well wherever he goes.
Parika has most definitely made his mark in Beech Grove and will always be missed. From Beech Grove Student News, I'm Tiana.
John Pasiano's got some information from Joe Marcios about the basketball team. Here's the story.
The Beech Grove boys basketball team just played their second conference game. After a win at Speedway, they played Roncalli. After a loss, they're looking forward to their next game to hopefully take the win. I talked to senior Joe Marcios to see how the team has grown over the past few years. At what age did you start playing basketball for Beech Grove?
8th grade year was my first year playing. My first year ever playing basketball, organized. I was bad.
And how has the team grown ever since 8th grade year?
You know, 8th grade year, we were all kind of bad. It was only people that still playing, me, Dustin, Foles, Jalen Thomas, and Jalen Curry. But once we got to high school, it started kind of getting to, like, you had the top players in the class kind of keep going. So me, Curry, and Kenny been playing together for 3 years now. Me and Curry for 5. But, like, we're kind of like the leaders of the team, but we still rely on Jalen and Dustin to also be leaders because, you know, we've all grown and we're all really good friends. So it's best to have friends that, like, you love to hang with off the court because it's so much easier to play with them on the court.
We wish luck to the Beech Grove basketball team.
That's all for sports. Back to the desk.
That's all for BGSN today.
Teachers, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified every time we go live. Signing off, I'm John Pasianos.
And I'm Melissa Walsh. Have a great Tuesday.